So, first, I want to pause and say rest in peace to Brandon Clark of the Memphis Grizzlies, who just passed away. Um, just want to throw that out there. Didn't want to. I just I probably threw the vibes off a little bit, but as soon as I started doing the spiel, I just remember like, oh shit, like. But I just wanted to throw that in there because it's like one of the only like it's not a thing that happens a lot where somebody like actively playing in NFL any sport just kind of dies. Like, but I just want to throw it out there. Rest in peace, man. But yeah, I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, the multi-time black football champion, Daniel. What's going on?
I'm here. Yeah. No, we good. Yeah, RP because other than that, man, it's just been slow motion with the sports, man. I mean, we already did we taped a little bit on the draft. I know they slowly doing NFL schedule releases. The lottery happened, playoffs is here. You know, two sweeps in the NBA playoffs. You kind of don't want to see it, but
yeah,
it's weird.
It's rough. It's rough. It just kept making me think of like the NBA doesn't need expansion. That's all I kept thinking all weekend because we recorded on Thursday, right? So it's a quick turnaround for a pod. Also, that's why I think it's like there's not as much.
Well, also I was thinking it was like once you said that, it dawned on me like a week later, and I'm thinking like, okay, well the Lakers is really relying on LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Houston couldn't do shit without KD.
Yep.
And I guess you could throw Van Vliet in there if that's the case. If you want to say he was big, I guess that is big when your GM is not smart and don't get you a point guard during free agency, which is weird. But and then you got really the only teams who could fill the pipeline for expansions would be Houston. I mean, not Houston. I mean, Houston got a little young guys. OKC, like
Timberwolves.
But yeah, it's just like we got teams in the playoffs who won the first round
that don't have
star
enough
players. So it's just like, so what are we about to expand? Like stretch these teams out even thinner?
Yeah, in theory,
2 more teams.
In theory, the idea that people are having is like some of these bench guys could run their own team, and that's where I just keep.
Nah, it's not the WNBA where you bring the Valkyries in and they go into the playoffs because some of those girls that get cut did deserve to be on WNBA rosters because
they don't have enough.
It's not enough teams and X, Y, and Z. So that's different. Like you can't expect to do an expansion team in the NBA and just pick from whoever else if they don't lock them up and think you about to maybe you play for just a play in and then just hope you get a good draft picks the next year and then. But I just don't see how your first year just off the expansion draft and college draft, you're gonna think unless you do draft somebody like that year, come out of somebody like a LeBron or something.
You gotta think,
just like
who are the people? This is the playoffs have just woke me up to like think about the people that will end up basically being the 1 and 2 on a team. Like you got like.
Well, we now got. It might be some talks in the offseason about OKC and Jalen Williams, and can Jalen Williams lead a team because they're probably going to end up doing something with that. I mean, if they win a championship without Jalen Williams and they got that much depth, plus draft picks from all these teams that traded for him in the past, somebody will pick up Jalen Williams' max contract.
Let me see real quick.
Because, I mean, that's what they was going to pay him anyway. So you might as well lock him in at this contract rather than a future one.
So you got Shea, Chet. They probably keep A.J. Mitchell, Jalen Williams, Hartenstein.
I mean,
Casey Wallace.
Dort is on a player option for $18 million.
Yeah.
So they can take that and trade him. And that's it. I mean, they don't need Dort either.
No, I'm saying if we think about it, like what expansion means is like,
oh, I mean, to be honest, if
it's protect the top 8
team if an expansion team come, I wouldn't be surprised if Dylan Harper and Jerry McCain is really high up there on the boards for a lot of these teams.
Dylan Harper's not going nowhere. They keep.
He's
getting protected.
You can't lock. You sure?
Absolutely.
How many can you protect?
8. That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, eight.
Let's do
Okay.
an experiment real quick of like, because I was
Okay.
thinking
I
about
thought it
the
was like
teams.
3 or 4.
It's
So you
8.
can protect 8.
But
Okay.
that's what I mean of like that's the people that that we're talking
So
about.
so you talking about real bench players who has to get picked and
No,
like,
but some teams they have an 8 where like
but they can use it as a free agency too, and it should be like,
yes,
I would
exactly.
keep this, I would keep this 8, but for contract reasons, I'm gonna put him on there.
That's what I thought about the Timberwolves. If you're the Timberwolves, right? You lose. Let's say they lose to the Spurs in this series, and you're like, hey, maybe it's time to break it up. You got guys like you got Ant,
Ayo's a
McDaniels.
free agency this year though.
Yeah, true. So you got Ant, Randall, McDaniels. Nas
Hmm.
Reed contract is up this year. Dosumu's contract is up this year too, right? Like you just said.
Yep.
Terrence Shannon Jr.
And he just started getting clocked.
Yeah, Gobert, Bones Highland, and then you get into like DiVincenzo and Mike Conley, like
They
people that
wouldn't
aren't
keep those.
playing.
They would. They. I mean, but they wouldn't. I don't think they would keep DiVincenzo and Mike Conley if the expansion was next year. Like Mike Conley's old. Nobody's gonna get him any.
But I
He'll probably
guess
end up.
do you just
But
like leave? Maybe if you want to break the team up, do you leave Rudy Gobert unprotected or Julius Randle unprotected and just say like you can build
no,
around Julius
unless they go
Randle
get a
if you want.
big. I mean, if they go get a big. I mean, but it's gonna be a lot of stuff that I really think we're doing that because when is the expansion draft?
It's 2
Is
years
that
from
like?
now. It should be
So
2028.
it just depends on how everybody play out and
Yeah,
things.
but I'm
But
just saying
it
if you think
really,
about it right
but
now,
it
how it
depends.
is.
Yeah, but a lot of it's really a lot of people think, oh well, I would save him, but I really think it's gonna come down to financial because if they
True.
let the team if they let the player hit the expansion draft and they get drafted, they don't have to take that contract no more.
Yeah.
The contract gets bought out, so
Yep.
now they cap frees up, so they can use that
Mm-hmm.
actually as a cap freer as well to re up on whatever they need. So it's also a strategic for all the other teams, like who do obviously their top 3 players are gonna get caught, but after that, it's like, man, we was gonna trade this nigga anyway.
But
Like, I
that's what I
mean, we don't
mean.
get if we don't get nothing for him in a trade, put him up for the expansion draft, and they take that contract. Like
So
right
if
now,
you're the Spurs, do you like if you have the choice? It's like, why would I'm keeping if I'm down to looking at I got Wemby, Castle, Vassell, Harper. I absolutely want to keep maybe Carter Bryant. I'll throw him there in there at 5. Now we're like
they
debating,
keep.
but now you're debating like, do you want
Do
to
you
move
put
forward with
Fox up
Harper?
there?
Exactly, which is what I was
I
saying
would
of
say,
like how
I mean,
many.
because Fox would be a high pick because I mean, 2 years from now, Fox wouldn't. I don't think he would be a high pick
But
because it's 2 years
that's what
older. He's
I'm
like,
starting to get to is like who are that's the type of player we're talking
so
about. Like
who's
maybe a
a
couple
good
of
bang
those
for your
guys.
buck? Like it's. I mean, it's
But that's the type of player that those are the level of players that we're going to be
and
talking
but
about.
that also ties into the conversation we had a minute ago about we overpaying players now just
It
so
just
and
that's what
that's
it
what's
is.
killing a lot of the shit too. It's just like people gonna have to start like Lou Dort, regardless of his situation, is probably gonna get a good contract somewhere. I mean, he's
Yeah,
due for 18 million in his player option, but you think he's not gonna ask for
he's going to get 20.
20,
Yeah.
27, 23, 24 minimum or some shit like that? Just like
Mm-hmm.
you gonna really ask? I mean, 25 for Lou Dort, and you gonna get what 8? I mean, 11 points this for a season, and but good defense. Like I mean, you pay 25 million for that.
Yeah. That's what. Yep. Yes.
Like so, I
That's where we
mean,
at. Like that's. I'm trying to see like a projected.
so what I'm really intrigued on is the bench bigs, because there's a lot of bigs on the bench that could get a lot more PT, but just don't because it's not a big game no more.
Yeah.
So a lot of the
But it
bigs
is
who
though, because you got.
it is, but it's not though at the same time.
But you gotta
So
basically be 6, 8 and up. If you're not a guard, you have to be
well, I'm
6, 8
talking
and
about
up
bigs
now.
as in like center, like the big men that be on the block, centers type stuff.
Well, I think there's the other thing. I think there's a sneaky lack of real bigs over 6'9". I think there's a big jumbled up middle here where.
I mean, you got some 6'10" guys who, I mean, like
But what's
Jalen Duren
6'10" though?
is he big? Like he's big compared to us. He's huge, but in the league,
I don't
6'10" is just like
I don't even. But this is what I mean. Like the combine was also this week, right? And so that's the other thing.
that shit just snuck up on. I didn't even know that. I didn't see. I thought it was a scam post when I seen it. I'm like the combine. That's hella early. Well, I guess they do that weird shit during the season. I guess so. How AJ do with his stuff?
I don't know. But Jalen Duren, 6'9", 6'10", flat. Like this is no shoes. This is how they're measured. No shoes. 6'10" flat, 7'5" wingspan. And this is what I mean by like I think there's I think the thing that makes Wemby so freaky is that he's probably 7'5", 7'4", 7'5", no shoes.
Right.
And then you have like a lot of guys who are actually 6'9", 6'10", and then their shoes bump them up to 7 foot. Like who was it that said that shit? DeMarcus Cousins was like, they had that picture of him and KD going around. You remember that shit way back?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, I'm like 6'9" and a half, 6'10" with no shoes, like on a good day, and he's legitimately 7 feet tall.
Right.
And I just think it's weird, like, but there's a lot of good bigs, like you were saying. The point of that is there's a lot of good bigs, but I think like there's a lot of good players in that grouping, but how good? Because if we're saying there's not a lot of guys who are averaging 25, that could be a lot of guys who are about to go like if you get on an expansion team, you're just gonna be playing 30 minutes, averaging 15 and 8. Like that's like pretty good. But like that's who you're gonna have to try to build your team around. Guys who are like playing right now, but their teams are just willing to dump them off. Like it's not. You look at this, like the Lakers barely have enough players to be competitive. The Rockets
and somehow
barely
they still went to where they went. It is like
the Rockets couldn't be competitive. They spent all year being like, oh look, they got Tari Eason and this guy and that guy off the bench and like Reed Shepherd off the bench and this guy, and then KD goes down and you just have this blatant realization of like, oh, nobody on this team is good enough to like.
Nobody know how to orchestrate a team.
No,
I mean they're good enough, but they just don't know how to orchestrate a team.
You can't be the number one. You can't be somebody this team is built around. And you look at
or not even that.
The
it's
Sixers.
Just like I wouldn't even say a team somebody could build around. I feel like being a point guard, you don't have to build around the point guard, because a true point guard is somebody who knows how to play point guard. Just put him players out there, he'll set them up.
I'm wondering if you can't. You can't build around a guard that isn't like elite scorer. Because if you think about it,
but I mean, what's that? Because no, I think you build the scoring and you plug the guard.
I don't.
So
think
just
so.
Like this, I think you plug. I think if you can get it, because I mean, good guards you can plug them in. Chris Paul, anywhere he went, what did he do? You plug him in. I feel like
different.
Rondo was plugged in with the Celtics was kind of plugged into that early. And look at that.
But Rondo would look like Amen Thompson was looking sometimes. He would be able to handle the ball better, but he would just he can't shoot.
But I'm saying but his thing was never to score though when he was with the Celtics. He was all, regardless of who was down and who was hurt. Rondo's sole purpose was to
that was
orchestrate
15 years
and pass
ago.
the ball.
I don't think you could do that anymore.
But I'm saying there's players who can play point guard and set the shit. I mean, nowadays the point guard's got to be able to score a little bit better and more.
Who's a guard? What team is built around a guard that can't score? That's like not an elite 25 a night scorer.
Giddey.
And they're garbage. They got the fourth pick of the draft.
But
he's also 6'8". That goes to my point too. Like he's a 6'8" kind of like he's a.
But if Giddey was on the Rockets, I think it's a different game, because they don't have to worry about setting up he has set everything up, because
But I think you're
The-
kind of
all I-
you're leaning it's the same. You're kind of leaning towards the same boat where I'm at right now. Like
about
even having to go to Giddy being like a non-scoring guard. He's 6'9".
Well, yeah, but he's non-scoring. I mean, yeah, we talking about guard who know how to set it up. Giddy's one of the last people. I mean, walking trip. He low key
Yeah,
could be a walking triple double when he wants to be.
but
Like
he's really a point forward more than like you know
you
what I
talking
mean.
about guards as in like guards like 6'3".
I mean six. If you're 6'5" and down,
Jalen Brunson.
you got even bigger. I think the league is just going to what there are so many guys at 6'7" to 6'10" that can dribble, pass, shoot. That you cannot just be a guard. You like VJ Edgecombe, right? People are loving VJ Edgecombe, but like I worry about a player like that or like the Sixers in general, where you've got two guards that are under 6'5" that aren't shooters, and I mean Tyrese Maxey is a scorer, right? But
Right.
where did that at 6'1" without shoes? Where did that get you in the playoffs? Like he's stoppable because he's not elite, really at shooting.
Yeah.
So then you're left with a small, fast guard that needs to get to the rim, and then like you get to the Knicks, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, our team is a bunch of guys who are 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". You know what I mean? Like Hart is just outside of Brunson is the smallest guy. He's 6'5", 6'6".
Right.
And we just got a bunch of if you just basically have to be a certain size. That's what I'm starting to think. Like guards, you just have to be a certain size now. And like it just trips me out to think like how many like the Banster got measured 6'8.5", no shoes. So he's 6'10" on the court basically.
Right.
Boozer was around the same 6'8.5". Like Cooper Flag got measured. He was 6'7.5". Same with Ace Bailey.
I thought they called him like I guess they call him around like 6'9".
Because once you get on the court, you 6'9". But then you have the reverse. So like, and I brought that up kind of to go to the lottery part or the combine part of like, Darius Acuff. Everybody was saying he's too small, but then they were saying Kingston Flemings was a big guard because one got listed at 6'3", one got listed at 6'5". Kingston Flemings got totally exposed. He got measured at 6'2.5" with no shoes and a 6'3" wingspan.
Damn.
And I just keep thinking of that stuff of like, I can't think of, I'm looking at the top scorers in the league right now. It's Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, and then you got to go all the way down to like, I think the next guard, even Desmond Bane is 6'5", like 6'4"-ish. So like him, De'Aaron Fox. And I just think about that like, if we get to expansion, like, how do you even build that team? Just a bunch of guys on the
6'8".
bench that are 6'10", yeah, that are like you were saying,
6'8", 6'10". Like,
is this guy? Is he a wing? Is he a big? Like we don't know. There's a lot of that. I feel like a lot of those like, the Wizards have a bunch of those guys.
They're gonna have to go get like a Zach Edey or something.
But now it's like
just to get some height out there.
But that's what I mean. Like, but then how many? That's where this started. Was like how many 7-foot players are there? Like really?
I mean,
it's not a lot. Cat, I just went to the top rebounders. Cat is 7 foot.
Like Mitchell Robinson. How tall is he?
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, Wemby,
Rudy
Gobert,
Zubac.
Zubac 7 foot. Evan Mobley 7 foot.
Vucevic. Vucevic.
Nah, I think he like 6'10". Jokic is 6'10".
Nah, they look 7 foot shit.
No,
Chet.
no. I said Chet. DeAndre Ayton is 7 foot. The guy from the Kings, but then now we're getting into like we're getting into like
how
the
tall is like
Jazz.
Bona and the Celtic Bona and Kata, not Kata. Is that his name? Bona?
Yeah,
Kata,
yeah.
whatever his name is.
Kata he's listed as 7 foot, so that's up there. But that's what I mean of like, yeah, you about to. Those guys are getting protected. Everybody we just maybe outside of Andre Drummond. No, Andre Drummond's 6'10". Embiid's 7'3". Yeah. So it's like,
but he only played 10 games. So
when you just start thinking about it, like, is there any guy that's young and 7 foot and active? He's getting protected.
Niggas, like,
but they're getting protected. Like Kata is getting protected. There's not 8 other players on the Celtics that are getting protected out. You know what I mean? Above him. Because he's 24, 26. Yeah, like, he's a young dude, too. Like, so that's what I mean. Like, you're going to have a team built around you're going to have starters like Tari Eason starting. Like, that's your starting, like, power forward. They're going to just
draft all the 6 men. All the 6 men is going to be.
Yeah, or got somebody like Anthony Davis, who's like,
Reed Shepherd.
I don't want to be on this team. Like, don't do it. Or I guess he'll be gone by then. But whoever that is, 2 years from now,
if 2 years from now, if Anthony Davis is we can build around this, then hell no.
Donovan Mitchell, right? It's 2 years later. Donovan Mitchell is however old. He couldn't get it done with the Cavs. All of a sudden, they're like, hey, we want to move on. We're just gonna leave you. Yeah, perfect. He has a 3-year deal. Or no, his deal's up next year, so he'll just be a free agent by then anyways. Oh, no, that's... Okay, never mind. So, yeah, he's got a player option that year. And there's like, we don't want to sign you. We don't have to deal with this. We can just leave you unprotected. Does a team... Is that like 30... however old, fucking 32-year-old Donovan Mitchell? Is that good? That's why I just say, like, and it's 2 teams. We're talking about 2 different teams.
That's it. They got to pull from it's going to be depleted.
That's what I keep. And then it's like we're watching bad basketball in the second round of the playoffs. We're watching Knicks, Sixers with, like, Tyrese Maxey just trying as hard as he can to barely score 25.
We got Paul George leading the show.
Paul George, trying to look like old Paul George. He averaged 16 in this series. It's just, that's what I mean. Of like, it's gonna be. I get it. You think like the idea is that there's an influx of like young players that just aren't getting enough playing time, but that doesn't mean that they're good. And that doesn't mean that a lot of those people are just gonna pan out to be good players. Like, you're just
Or it's just a ploy for money. It's like, niggas gonna watch it regardless.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna end up with the same problem you had in the first place, which is a team with groups of players that are all together that are really good. Because really what we're saying is that, like, teams draft better than other teams. That's never gonna stop. So you can never fix this. If OKC gathers a bunch of picks because they can do that. Oh, shit. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay, my screen went out. But if OKC gathers a bunch of picks, gathers 20 picks over 10 years, there's nothing you could do about that if they just draft better. The Spurs, if they just draft better, there is nothing you can do about that except eliminate future trades. Like the NFL. You can make it like the NFL where, hey, you can't trade 3 years from now or whatever. I think it's 3 years. You can't trade past 3 years.
Didn't they just open it up though? The Browns just passed it. I mean, they just got a rule past the Browns. They said maybe it's 3. I thought they just changed that rule into something this year.
Let me see.
Like 5 or something.
I know it's limited though.
Yeah.
Up to 3 years into the future. The Browns pulled proposal to allow. Oh, they pulled it. So they took that back. They wanted to push it to 7 years, like the NBA. But but look what happens with that. If like you just end up.
Oh, they pulled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You end up with OKC, who they have 2 top 20 picks.
You'll end up with a worse Deshaun Watson trade. You do that.
Yeah. But that's why that's the only way to.
But I mean, the Shea one is kind of turning out to be it, right?
Yeah.
Trade and Shea, and
they got picks with Shea.
I know.
Like for Paul George, you got like 2 first-round picks and Shea, and they just kept doing that to they got 2
But
top
Paul
20
George
picks
is
this
crazy.
year. Still. And that's what I'm like. That's never gonna stop if you allow the trades into the future, because they're gonna trade Jalen Williams and
Yeah,
get
and get more
more
trades in the
first round
future.
picks.
And get more shit in the future.
And then you're gonna have the fucking Los Angeles Knight or the Las Vegas
And they gonna get
Knights.
good picks for
Yeah.
Jalen Williams too.
And
So it ain't
OKC
like
is
the
gonna
future.
sit there and go like, "Hey, we got Jalen Williams. If you just give us your first round picks, you guys are gonna be garbage anyways. Don't
Right.
worry that he only
And you
averages
see what
14 or whatever it is. Don't worry about that.
right. He can average 20 with y'all. He just
Yeah,
only
just
average
give him more
14 because
shots.
it
Give him some more shots. That's all it takes.
right.
But that's where we're headed. It's gonna be so funny to just look
They
up.
gonna have a lock on all the picks and all the players, and niggas like OKC running the NBA right there in the middle of because
Yep.
y'all done gave these man's picks, players,
But
and
then
everything
look at the
included.
other side of that. The Pelicans, the Wizards, the Jazz, right?
We're just staying.
You just give them 100 picks and they did nothing with it. They've done nothing. So nothing is gonna
And the
change.
Jazz then traded good players too.
Yeah, the players pooling together on teams won't get fixed until you fix how trades of draft picks work. Because we can't keep if the Clippers pick went any higher or lower, I can't remember. Or no, that was the not the Clippers
That was
pick.
the
Oh,
Pacers.
no, it
The
was one.
Pacers and Clippers, yeah.
No, it was the other
If the
one.
Pacers if the Clippers would have got a top 4 pick, it would have went to the Pacers.
Yeah. And so but there was another one with OKC. OKC had one of their picks too.
Oh yeah. It was one. Yeah.
They had somebody's pick. But if that went any higher, then it would have went to OKC, which would have had like a top 10 pick. Yeah, the Clippers have the Pacers pick. The Thunder have the Clippers pick. And they ended up getting 12. But if that could have jumped, and now you have
I mean 12 shit. All they need is somebody top 12. They like look at their team.
That's
Like
what
they
I'm
don't
saying.
need no top 10 nigga. Like somebody that nigga might not and whoever get drafted to them better pray to get traded or
Bruh.
you ain't gonna get no clock, nigga. Like what do you mean? Like I would literally go there and be like, I know y'all just did what y'all did the last 2 years, but I want to get traded, nigga. I'm trying to play. Like fuck that. Like
but they'll be fine because
nah.
they'll draft a big
Or
because they're
just
missing
depend,
another stretch big. That's what they need.
or they might trade. I mean,
Well, they
or
don't
if they
need
trade
shit.
Hardestein,
Yeah.
trade Hardestein, trade Jalen Williams, and then open up a few slots. Like somebody, Lou Dort. I mean, I don't know what they.
But this is never going to change if you can't figure out how to keep the drafts from getting wacky. And then you can't stop one team. You can't stop one team from being better at drafting, like OKC versus the Wizards, but you can stop them from having 4 picks in a draft. 4 first-round picks.
We need to study on why the Wizards is so bad at drafting too, though. Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like
it's bad. Hold on. But they got the number 1 pick. So who do you think is number 1 going to the Wizards?
AJ, the Benster.
You think AJ goes first?
Yeah.
Do you think the Jazz try to move up and go get him? Because
because where's the Jazz at? Where they at?
2.
They not getting Peterson if you go to 2 because they don't need a guard like that at least. But who's on the Jazz?
You
though?
could
I can't
argue
remember
they
what
need a 2 guard. You can make the argument they need a 2
who's
guard.
they won again? Who's on the Jazz team? Let's start. Do we really
Okay, hold
talk
on.
Jazz?
No.
Ace Bailey,
Keontae George,
Keontae.
Ace Bailey, Lauri Markkanen. They traded for Jaren Jackson, Walker Kessler. And you got
Yeah, they need
Isaiah
scoring.
Collier, Cody Williams, Bryce
No, they
Sensabaugh.
could definitely use Peterson. So
That's
I
what I
mean,
mean.
no,
Yeah, they
so
could use
I
it
was
too.
like, yeah, they definitely need somebody who's just like, bro, you just go get a bucket. We ain't got you
Yeah.
ain't got to pass on this
Shoot.
team. If you get the ball, shoot that motherfucker.
Him
Yeah.
and Ace Bailey being like opposite each other would be nice. Yeah. Oh, that's what.
No, yeah. So I think, but do they trade AD? What are they doing? Like, is it gonna be Trey Young, AD, and AJ? Like, that's what we finna go into next year with?
I mean, the Wizards team is not like horrible on
Okay,
paper,
it's horrible. It's
but
horrible.
you could walk into Trey Young, Trey Johnson. I guess AJ there at the three, and then Anthony Davis is not playing there. So then you have like a weird. Do you
You
play?
got
Do you
Carrollton coming
play
off the bench still, Carlton, whatever.
Bub Carrington? Yeah, but that'll push Koulibaly to the bench too if you put Demanston in there. Or like I don't think he's playing a four. I think he's like maybe 6'6" at the most, so he can't play the
Who,
four.
Koulibaly?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
190
no, yeah,
pounds.
yeah.
So he's played a two, I guess. So then Trey Young, Koulibaly, Demanston,
So
Will
Johnson's
Riley.
not starting.
But that's what I mean. Like who's
So we talking about Will, right? See, yeah, no, we can't do
but
this.
this
We're
that's
not.
why
I'm
I
not
think
for
it's
all these
weird.
niggas just was playing last year in the fucking NCAA tournament. Like niggas, we just started like
I guess
these niggas got
what do they
a
want to do with
name
Trey
full of.
Young? Because
They
if
gotta keep him, don't they? That's where he wanted to go, wasn't it?
I don't know, I don't think so. But I think God, this draft is gonna be so weird, man. Because Peterson, Demanston doesn't really make sense going there because now you're changing the whole fucking team if Demanston goes there because this whole
I mean, what
lineup
a
got to get fixed up.
6'9" 4.4. I mean,
He's on the ball.
how?
Like he's been on the ball his whole career. He might not bring it up, but he's basically he needs the ball to score. He is not going to be off ball, So
Well,
like,
shit. So who? I mean,
so what's the
I
point?
mean, what? So do you go get Boozer number one?
But the problem, I get maybe, but the thing is like, are you going to just like Trey Young dump it down to Demanston in the post and just go sit in the corner? Like,
Well,
I
nobody's
don't.
gonna nobody. Well, nobody want to sign up for that because it's just like it's. But how? I mean, he didn't really strike me as a passer. Like, is he like he's gonna have to give him. So
Yeah.
if he's on ball, then he's gonna have to learn how to pass out that motherfucker too, though.
Okay, so let's say
Like
we put Peterson here. We got Trey Young and Darren Peterson. Darren Peterson measured at 6'4.5".
that's a small backcourt.
So, but I mean 6'5" with shoes. Well, probably almost 6'6", but either way,
So
six
you
four and a
put
half.
Trey Young and Darren
Can you?
Peterson with.
No.
I
No.
don't see that.
But that's what I mean. The Wizards who they
Who
pick,
gonna lead that young man? Like
they
dude,
really
AD
gotta
and Trey.
yeah, they gotta figure out what the fuck are you
That's a
gonna
young
do.
team too.
What are you gonna do with AD and Trey Young? What is that? Who are you keeping?
Well, they got them together thinking they was gonna be like some point center type connection type shit.
And
Like
AD was like, "Fuck no, I'm not playing." Trey Young played a little bit, I think, but
a little bit.
AD was like, "Yeah, fuck that." Yeah, Trey Young played
Yeah, I'm
5 games.
injury prone. You think I'm gonna get injured with the Wizards?
Yeah, ugh. So okay, so then you go. Who's three? The Grizzlies.
I don't know. I didn't really see the. Is it Utah? Or are they like four?
Utah is 2, and
Oh,
then
is that what we just talking about?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's weird too, of like how who goes there because you could tell me anybody goes to the Jazz, but if let's say it's DeBansta and Darren Peterson definitely go 1-2 whichever way they go. If you're at 3, if you're Grizzlies, do you just automatically take Boozer or do you like Caleb Wilson? How do you feel about? I guess how do you feel about Caleb Wilson is really the question because that's what everybody
I
has
mean, if I
slotted.
was the Grizzlies, I wouldn't. I mean, if you just plan on doing something with Bridges, because I wouldn't get Boozer and Bridges on the same team. They like, I mean, Bridges might handle the ball a little bit better, but ain't they damn near the same size?
Are you thinking of
Am I thinking of a different team? Charlotte. I'm thinking of
Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say I wouldn't put them on the same team. That's
Because
kind of
right,
weird, but okay.
Grizzlies is Morant, is Ja, Cedric Howard, Jalen Wells, Aldama, Zach Edey. They are just they could use anybody.
But yeah, I would say. I mean, yeah, you take the best available with them. Like,
But that's what I guess that's the
whoever.
question is: who do you like?
I mean,
Caleb
Caleb
Wilson.
Wilson is how big is Caleb Wilson?
Let's see what he. I think he came in the biggest out of all of those guys. I think he measured at 6'9"
6'10", six
plus
nine.
with no shoes. So he's legit 6'10".
I mean, they because Jaren Jackson was what 6'9".
Uh, yeah. Caleb Williams 6'9" and a quarter, 2'11", 7-foot wingspan.
Who
Third,
got the fifth pick?
the
I mean, the fourth pick
the
because that was
Bulls.
third.
It's a lot. That's what I keep
See,
saying. We
The
don't need
Bulls were crazy.
expansion, bro.
The Bulls. I mean, I think the Bulls, regardless, I think Dig is in a good spot because if AJ and what's your name go 1 and 2, then they can get Boozer and Caleb because they need a big man.
But they don't get a choice. They just get whoever doesn't get picked.
Right.
And do they need a
They
big?
they traded the big dude to the Celtics. They big.
But they
Did
got
they get somebody back?
they just
I didn't
drafted
see.
old dude, the dude that got dunked on and made the crazy face. He's a power. He's probably a 4. Buzelis
Who?
is probably
I mean, he's just stretched.
what is he? Yeah, he's that
Like
in
he's just
between. He's that
stretch.
3-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say he's definitely a sure. He's not. He ain't fighting in the post like that.
Damn, they got bruh Josh Giddey, Trey Jones, Colin Sexton, Rob Dillingham, Anthony Simons.
They got guards,
They got 5 guards. What the fuck?
bro. The Bulls. I mean, they suck, but them niggas couldn't stay healthy. But I used to watch the Bulls play. Them dudes used to get buckets.
So it's
They just
like
can't.
is this a coaching thing, or they just don't? None of this shit fits together. That's what it is.
No, you got 5 guards who all used to start. Well, I don't think Anthony Simons used to start.
We don't have no
Well, Dillingham
scorer.
never really start. Uh, no, they just not know somebody like put it on the back. This is you. This is your team. Go get it. Like it's more
Hmm.
just like yeah, nigga, we all can have 15 a
We
day.
all can hoop, kind of. Yeah, it's like
It's like a
a
well-balanced
pickup
team.
basketball team. It's not even
Who's
well
the big
balanced.
though? Because they
Jalen
don't.
Smith.
Oh, Jalen Smith. Okay, yeah, he was pretty new, but yeah, no, I mean, he ain't no. He cool.
I
I mean,
mean,
they could
Josh
definitely.
Giddey's
He
averaging
could. He
more.
could. He could definitely
Nick
come off the bench.
Richards. He only played 20 games.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he came off the bench with the Suns. Nick Richards ain't no
Yeah.
starter. Like, so I mean,
But
they could
yeah.
definitely use Caleb Wilson if that's the
Ugh.
case.
But that's yeah. But is he a
He
number one
definitely have to play the
scorer?
5
He's
though.
a scorer. He's a scorer. Nah, he gonna play the
Caleb,
4.
yeah, he scored better than them the 7 niggas we just named.
Yeah, true. I mean,
I mean, come on, like we just saying 7 niggas like
yeah,
Caleb was yeah.
that's true. But yeah, man.
I mean, Giddy can easily walk for 25 and then have 30 10. He could easily go 25, 10, and 10, and next game go 10, 15, 20, and do some weird shit. Like
Yeah.
Giddy does weird shit, bro. Like
Okay, so if you're in the next group, um, and you have the damn,
but those is consensus top 4 picks though. Like I mean, order, I'm not gonna give it to you because I don't know, but I think those would be the top 4. I don't see no surprises
okay, so
sneaking into
if
the
you're
top 4, right?
Clippers, if you're Clippers at 5,
What are they doing with their contracts
what?
first?
But
I
wait,
don't know.
what guard? Because you're probably taking one of the guards because that's the next group. Wagler
You got to get.
from
You got to
Illinois,
get.
Acuff or Flemings or Mikael Brown Jr.
I think they're going A cuff.
Acuff, I think so. I don't know why
I think
Acuff is
Acuff
getting
will
like
finish it.
tossed to the side so much. I
Yeah,
seen him
he's
going
definitely a
7.
fucking bucket, bro. I don't know why they do. Who? I mean, I could see them. I want them. I would like them to go A cuff. If there was a surprise where somebody got picked in like a guard, it probably would be him. But who's 7? Who's
Uh,
six, who 5, 6, 7?
It was 5 Clippers, 6 Nets, 7 Kings. And this is what I mean by we don't need fucking expansion. Can you name, real quick, off the top of your head, can you name 4 Nets players?
Fucking the nigga with the afro.
That does not
What's
count.
that nigga? What's that nigga? Oh, Claxton. You got Claxton.
Okay,
You
that's
got
okay. That was one of my first ones. I could think of three. That's why I said four because I could think of
I
three, but
know
I
what
couldn't
they
think of
look
four.
like, but I just don't. I couldn't give you their name right, but I know exactly what
I'll give you
they
another
look
one.
like.
Michael Porter Jr.
I forgot he was even over
So
there, to
that's
be perfectly
two,
honest.
and Igor Demon. The only reason I know that because he went to BYU, and then
Yeah, like I said,
I got to really
mm-mm.
start thinking about shit real hard to figure out the the fourth person.
No, I mean, it's one of those. I mean, one that's New York, we in Kansas City, and they
But that's
team
still
ain't
an NBA
broadcast.
team, though. Like,
Yeah, but they're not broadcast like that. So
so same Kings. Can you name four Kings players?
hell no, no. I mean,
DeRozan,
those teams trade
Levine,
so much, so you never know
Sabonis,
who the fuck on their team.
Levine, DeRozan, Sabonis. Maxime
I know
Ray,
for
not the
sure.
center. Fuck.
Wait, who? What pick was the Kings?
7.
I was about to say because I know for sure they don't need a guard.
But like these teams are hell. This is what I keep like.
Yeah,
Why if you're one of the guards, like, do you really want to go to the Nets? Do you really want to go to the Kings? Like the Kings have to figure out they got to basically turn their whole roster over. You can't bring a
yeah.
guard into Levine, DeRozan,
No, you can't.
Sabonis. That dude is gonna fucking hate his life.
One because Levine still think he got to be on ball and just be like, bro, this is not. I'm dropping 30. Y'all niggas just do what y'all do.
Future top 10
Like,
scorer of all time, DeMar DeRozan on your team also. Like,
it's crazy work when you say that shit.
what was he at again? I don't even remember where. Like,
I don't know, but he is pretty high up there,
it's
like
crazy high.
low key high. Like, I mean, he was really getting buckets with Toronto.
Let's see.
Then he sneak into the. He already in the top 20, ain't he?
Yeah, he's top 24 sure. I want to say it's 18, 15, 18. He's 200 away from being 17. Wait, hold on. Let me do some math real quick. Cuz it's not he's at 26,700, right? 26,700. If you average 17 for, let's call it 75 more games.
That's what I'm about to say. 75.
That's 1,200 points. That would put him at, let's just add it. I don't feel like doing that in my head right now. 27,97. That would put him at number 10 all time. He's not going to get there because Harden is still there, so he would be
Going back and forth.
he'd be at 11. Because Harden is
That's
already
still
at
crazy.
2,900
So he's a
or
Hall.
29,000.
I mean, so
He's
he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a future top. I mean, if he plays one more year,
But
he will absolutely be top 10.
Because
He's gonna cross 30,000 if he plays one more year, averaging 15.
But you don't look at niggas ain't gonna be like he gonna be the most
No,
forgot about
man.
scorer and be like niggas gonna be like DeMar DeRozan
Listen to
really
the
was a
names: LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan, Dirk Nowitzki, Wilt Chamberlain, Julius Erving, Moses Malone, James Harden, Shaquille O'Neal, Carmelo Anthony. Now this is where it gets weird. Dan Itzel, but I've heard that name. Either way, we'll skip the 60 players. Russell Westbrook, Hakeem Olajuwon, DeMar DeRozan. But we're gonna literally say Michael Jordan, Dirk Nowitzki, Wilt Chamberlain, James Harden, DeMar DeRozan. That's crazy. That's still crazy to me. That's the weirdest one. There's no other name like that on here where you're just like, oh shit. Like, how did he get up there?
I knew he was a bucket in Toronto, but was he a bucket like that?
Beats me.
What was I watching?
I think he was only averaging like 24 or something at his peak. Maybe 20, maybe 27 at the peak.
But LeBron did. I mean, yeah, LeBron
27. So, okay, 8. This is the averages, okay? 8, 17, 16, 18, 27, 20, 23, 27, 23, 21, 22, 21, 27, 24, 24, 22.
He just played a lot of games then. He just played in every game.
In fucking year 17.
Yeah, I mean, but he don't miss a game either, though, do
That's
he?
true. I mean, he doesn't have a year. His lowest year of starts is 60. So yeah. But yeah, either way.
All
But if
right.
you're a
Well,
guard going there, that's hell. Because now DeMar DeRozan's like, I gotta get my little fella. I
yeah,
gotta get my
I'm chasing
18.
history.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
I'm
top
chasing
10,
history,
bro.
nigga. Like,
I gotta get my 18. I don't give a fuck about winning. I don't give a fuck about your career. I'm getting
but
my
I'll be
18.
his trying to get 18 look just so old and nasty
All
though.
right, all
Like,
right.
look,
Well,
look.
hold on. We can't this. We kicking the fuck out of DeMar DeRozan back.
Shout out to the OG
Uh,
man, hooping out here,
but
still
it's
hooping.
just
It's year
so weird.
17,
He
man.
is a great NBA player.
I
People
guess
would
so.
love to
That's what
have
we
his
just
career.
found out.
But man,
That's what we just found out.
it's one of the weirdest ones where you just go like, okay, cool, like
My man's
cool,
is
bro.
like, how bad. I don't want to ever
Is
go to
DeMar
Canada because
DeRozan better than Paul Pierce?
I'm not finna go to Canada ever because it's gonna be a lot of DeMar DeRozan is the GOAT and be like he top 10 in scoring and be like,
Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, is he
oh
is he
Lord.
better than Paul Pierce?
I DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah. But that's what I mean.
I'm second guessing. I'm trying to think of these niggas. I'm trying to really play back like DeMar DeRozan highlights from my whole lifetime since he's been literally playing my like since I started watching goddamn basketball 17 years ago. Like that's
Yeah.
in our prime of watching basketball. That's high school. And I graduated high school 15 years ago, which means that'll
See,
put it at my. So I'm just like
and
I remember him getting buckets with Toronto, but
in my
to be
mind,
top.
he is I'm looking at somebody that's in the 50s right now. In my mind, he is right here in like Joe Johnson. Like if he was like Joe Johnson, DeMar DeRozan were like similar level players, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like
Joe Johnson was a bucket though.
and it's just
Yeah, but where is he at in all time? Well, he obviously only played like
he's
14 years.
50, 54. But that's not like LaMarcus Aldridge. I feel like he's in that like DeMar DeRozan's in that same field of like LaMarcus Aldridge, really good. That's a really good NBA career that
To
this
be
player
really
had.
good and then be that high in scoring, something ain't
It's
adding up. But
crazy.
I don't know.
But you see what I mean, though? Like, you don't
I don't
fit
know what the
with
fuck
these
that is.
players. Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Clyde Drexler, Larry Bird. Those are players in the fucking 40s. And we talking about DeMar DeRozan going to be top 10. He's going to be higher on the scoring list than Shaq and Melo. I don't know. But okay, so let's go through some of the playoff games, some of the playoff series.
They done
Wemby
bust down, you know what
elbowed
I'm
the
saying?
Timberwolves, elbowed Nas Reed in the neck. They threw him out the game, and my immediate reaction was to turn the game off. I turned the game smooth off. As soon as they ejected him, I was like, we don't get the refereeing has been bad in this playoffs.
Yeah.
They was out there playing football with Wemby for however long it was, all the way into the second quarter before he elbowed him, and it just I don't think he went to the free throw line at all, if I remember correctly. So I have to look, but
I can't remember either.
he shot 0 free throws in his 12 minutes. So yeah, he didn't go to the free throw line one time. He was probably on the floor 4 times, probably 4 separate times. He ended up on the floor. And I'm just getting sick. I'm just getting sick of the blatant, like, I'm sure that's why Wemby reacted like that, of like Jalen Brunson, like Tyrese Maxey goes in, gets smacked on the back of the head with a forearm, no call. Jalen Brunson jumps into the defender with his fucking chest and throws up a floater, and it's a defensive foul. Spurs, Timberwolves, they're grabbing Wemby, smacking his arms, holding his arm. When he elbowed Nas Reed, Jaden McDaniels has his both of his arms wrapped around Wemby's arm. The arm that doesn't have the ball. He's hugging Wemby's arm. That's why he snatches away. I mean, he probably tried to elbow him, but you do all of this and that, and then you throw Wemby out of the game for the elbow. It's like it's the same thing with the Lakers shit where people was complaining about all those calls and like the OKC calls, but I think it's just it's been blatantly bad. This playoffs in particular of like how many games have like stark differences. Like you can watch these games and be like, oh, they getting the whistle tonight, and it'll just be like that the rest of the night. And I'm just getting annoyed with seeing that. I'm sure that's why Wemby reacted that way. But I just think it's silly to throw him out over the elbow. I get it's you deeming it as intentional, but like then you gotta there's so many things y'all have to fix before we just get to like, hey, don't throw that elbow. I liked it though. I like the idea of Wemby saying, I don't give a fuck. I'm elbowing somebody in the fucking face because like I'm sick of getting beat up. If they was doing what they did to Wemby to Shea, he would have shot 70. He would have shot he probably would have shot 12 free throws in the first quarter. 10 free throws.
I get retaliating for not getting a call. I don't get the action behind the retaliation.
What do you mean by that?
So like, I mean, if you're not getting, I mean, obviously I'm an athlete and I'm competitive, and I feel like I'm getting juiced on calls and stuff like that. I'm gonna do something, something slick to the other team, but I'm not gonna throw an elbow at a nigga neck.
Yeah,
like because if you do something like that out here with no refs and nobody to break it up, you probably fighting.
Yeah, I think
so. It's just like so. So it's kind of. I think there's things within the game that obviously happens and stuff like that, but I think the elbow at the neck, I think it was kind of crazy he didn't get fined.
No, you can't.
Why can't you? Like, it's a flagrant 2, it's a aggressive
because
to hit him in the neck type of hit. Like, something got to get fined. Like,
I think because
regardless if it's his first time and his track record and stuff like that, you got to set a precedent. Like,
I think because if you do that, then all the bullshit gets called to the forefront. So if you suspend him for a second game, fine him,
I didn't
do
say
the whole
suspend.
9.
I just said a fine.
Well,
like,
some people were saying that. Some people online were calling for that.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that. I don't mind him playing in the next game because obviously, I own a business, so I know ratings and all this. Nobody's gonna turn it on, and everybody's gonna blame X, Y, and Z on him being kicked out. So I get it. I get him, but the fine, there should have been some money being involved with that. Like,
I get the idea, but I think hold on, let me see. Did Ron Artest get fined?
He did.
He got suspended 7 games. And I think,
but Ron Artest had a history, so that's different.
Well, that's like Draymond.
So that's why I said I'm okay with him not being suspended because we know that's not him. But you still, just because it's that's not him, you still gotta, pay a little something.
I don't think so. I think if you see some of what they was doing to him, I think that's why. It's kind of like, okay, oops. It's the refs. It's the refs being like, okay, we probably let that shit go a little too far, and he fucking spazzed out, elbowed him, ruined. I guarantee I ended up turning the game back on, but how many people didn't? And then we can say, oh, it's because Wemby lost his temper and all that. But why did he lost his temper? Because he was basically fouled every possession and just didn't get a foul call.
I mean, that's okay.
So it still goes back to the reffing.
Yeah, but you're also a professional player, knowing it's playoffs, knowing you the biggest dude on the court. You got to be ready for stuff like this and be able to play through it and not do things like this. Not gonna be the last time you get beat up in the playoffs. Though.
I think that was him. I think that was the moment he took, and it went too far. I think because he's European, he didn't realize that you can't just do shit like that to send a message because they're gonna fucking kick you out of the game. I don't think he realized
What you
that.
mean? Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with European. I just think it was a
No,
young
because the
guy
European
who
dudes be karate chop. They grab people
I
out the air.
you
Like,
just you thinking too deep in it, to Car.
I don't think so.
I think it's just a young guy who got ahead of himself because he was mad because he wasn't getting the fouls that he
Mm-mm.
deserved,
I think it's
and he just threw an
no.
elbow.
I think it's the opposite.
Like
I think he was making a statement. I think he was like, you know what? If y'all gonna just grab me, push me, hit me, elbow me in the back while I'm going for
well,
rebounds,
but
watch
so
this.
then you
Yeah.
proving my point. If he making this, and if that was really intentional, then he really should have been fined
No.
because intentionally hitting a nigga in the because he better be glad that wasn't somebody like Jalen Duren or a crash out, an
But
NBA
see, I,
crash
I
out.
figured you would appreciate the
Like,
no fine more because to me it signaled also like not suspending him a second
nah,
game, no fine signaled to me like, okay, hey, you're gonna get thrown out the game, but that kind of means we're in a
mm,
different space in the league where maybe like just get a little more
they
tit for
find
tat.
man, they find for somebody. Look up all the bogus fines they did this year,
But
and
if
then try to pair it with this and
okay,
be
but
like,
if
well, okay,
Wemby's
so why did
if Wemby's eyes was closed the whole time, you would feel like yeah, just fine him,
you
suspend
get
him
fine?
too. Also, like
You well,
because then it's not as
if his eyes
intentional.
was closed,
Because that's the only reason they called it
if
intentional is
it
because
was
he's looking to
mm,
the side while he elbows him. If he's
right,
just
if he
swinging and elbows him and Jaden
well,
McDaniels.
maybe if he had better peripherals, then maybe he could have hit it better.
But
But
I think it was on purpose for him to going forward to be like, I'm not gonna let people. It's what you were just saying of like you're gonna have to deal with this, and it's one of those like if somebody is pushing you, pushing you, pushing you, pushing you, eventually like you got to let them know like you can't just do this without any repercussions. Now his repercussions
yeah,
was
okay. Well, if that's the case,
stupid and too
well, if
far.
that's
That's
the
the
case,
problem.
If that's the case, don't be soft and handle it straight up. Like, don't throw an elbow at me when I'm coming to play defense. Like,
But what do you mean? That to me that's the total
nigga,
opposite of
you
being
already
soft.
the biggest nigga on the court.
Yeah, and I'll
Like,
swing on
don't throw
you.
me with a cheap. Don't throw a cheap ass fucking elbow at
But
me
you
when you
don't. But
already the tallest nigga on the
if
court.
you doing the cheap
Cause,
shit, pushing
cause,
me in the back on
cause
rebounds,
honestly,
yeah, that's
honestly, if
cheaper.
to be honest, if I was on the court and I wasn't like a star player, I was like a role player or something, and I seen that happen to my teammate, he would have had two quick ones. Cause that shit was too cheap. If that would have happened in front of me at the fucking pickup, and that was one of my brothers, we would have been. It probably would have been
But the
some all hell broke loose.
but
Like
see but see you're
that's the
taking
type of
the
shit I don't.
you're
That's the type
taking
of shit I don't fuck with.
but you taking the stance
Like,
without looking at it from the other perspective. If you
no, because I'm
Wimby,
taking it from how I am because I played sports competitively and still
but
do and
put
been beat
yourself in
up and
Wimby's
stuff like.
shoes. If
But
you
I'm
going
not
up
gonna
for
take a
rebounds
cheap
and
shot.
you
I'm
already
well, I'm
you're
I'm
being
like
cheap
what I might
shotted.
do is somebody right, but
So
I'm
you're just
not
gonna be
gonna beat it with this.
I'm the bigger person.
No, but I'm not gonna throw
Hell,
an elbow at a nigga neck
you might
if I'm in
though.
go. But if I'm in goal line and somebody's running a slant across from me, I might tug his jersey and trip him. Bam, there you go.
Okay,
And be like,
but
that's all within the game. That's all. I'm like, man, we just ran into each
but
other. My
what if
fault.
but what if
Like,
it's deeper than that? What if every time you in the pile on a run play, nigga is squeezing your nuts? Eventually, you might get up and be like, "Hey, I'm
well,
finna beat your ass." Like, fuck all that. No, you're not finna keep
that
doing
shit
this
niggas
goofy
can't.
shit.
Well, that shit niggas can't see, and then my retaliation can't be justified anyway because it's in the pal. So nobody, it's just my word versus his.
But
Niggas
I'm
see
saying
him
for
get beat up on
you.
the court.
But but
Like,
but my point is, how many times do you get to push me in the back when I jump? That to me is like one of the dirtiest things you can do in basketball.
yeah, I
If
don't
I go
like
for the
that shit
rebound and
either.
you
But why are
you
you jumping at
forearm me,
7'5"?
because I'm trying to get a rebound. I'm trying to average
Nigga, you
15
don't need
rebounds.
to, nigga.
But
You
even if
don't
you're
need
not
to. Just
jumping,
stand there.
if I'm going up and I'm on my
Hey,
tippy
look,
toes and you just elbow me in the
Car.
back, no.
If you was playing Wemby, you would jump. You would push that nigga in his back too.
But it's not about it's okay. But it's not about the players. At some point, that's why we get going back to what the real point is. The real point is the refs have to figure out a way to not let it escalate so far. You got to give him some calls. You can't just let them do anything. No, we niggas wasn't letting people just do anything to Shaq. We wasn't just letting people punch him in the stomach. You know what I
Niggas
mean?
was
Punch him in the
he
back
wouldn't have felt
like.
that to begin with. That was a big nigga,
But
and
they
then Shaq
wasn't
would
doing
punch your
that.
ass back.
But that's what I think
Cause
Wemby
look
was
how
doing.
big
That's
he
what
was,
Wemby just
nigga.
did, and you was like,
Ain't
"Nah,
nobody.
that's soft." He did. He just
No,
punched the nigga in the mouth. He elbowed a nigga in the mouth after he was fucking with him. And but your take was that's soft. He need to control his emotions. That's why I
no.
liked it. I said, hey, if you get angry, we don't see LeBron would have went through all that shit and been just looked at the refs and cried. I love LeBron, but we needed. Yeah, maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to go Michael Jordan, choke a motherfucker in the play, choke Reggie
And that
Miller.
nigga soft too.
But that's what you need. You just gotta. I think some of that, like, you gotta do that. If it's that egregious, like it was, no, 0 free throws. Wemby didn't get 1 free throw in the first quarter. Like he getting smacked around. Like you said, if you playing Wemby, you kind of got to. I gotta try to bully you. That's the only option I have. And not
Yeah, I always
one.
foul big niggas, but I tell them to shut up crying.
Not one.
The fuck? You
And then,
6'7", you shouldn't be. You should be able to fucking get slapped in the fucking bicep
but
when
you
you go up for
also,
by
but
me.
that's
I ain't
different.
gonna foul you hard, nigga. I ain't gonna go at your knees or nothing, but I'm gonna slap the shit out your arm
But that's different
every
than
time.
forearming
And
into
if
the
they
back,
don't call it, and they don't call it,
grabbing your arms,
shit.
throwing you on the
I can't
ground.
dictate what these refs call. I'm just playing. I'm just trying to,
I think if you was in
get
Wemby
my leverage.
shoes, or that was your teammate or something, or somebody you knew, it would be flip flopped. Because there's like the opposite version also pisses me off. The Jalen Brunson shit. No, you don't get to jump in. It's the same thing they was doing with Harden. It started with one of your favorite players.
Well, and then yeah, man, because with Jalen Brunson, if you jump into me and you get the foul, then I'm gonna make you feel that next jump into me. Then I'm pushing your ass dead into the goddamn floor.
But that's
they
like, have to pick. That's my problem with the shit. That's why I like that Wemby did it, because I'm just it's confusing, and I'm sure for the players it's confusing. You looking at Jalen Brunson do all that shit and get 30 free throws, and then people are literally pushing you in your back, holding your arms, throwing you to the two people, throwing you to the ground at the same time, like tag teaming you to the ground, and you can't get one call. Well, he got one call, but it's like you can't. That's the shit where it's like, yeah, okay, maybe, yeah, I gotta smack one of y'all. And I said the European part because they clothesline people, they do all type of goofy shit over there, and if he grew up thinking that
fucking FIBA.
But if he grew up thinking, if I just swing my elbows around and elbow somebody in the mouth, like, they don't call that, and that doesn't happen in the NBA really, then he had to ask Harrison Barnes, like, okay, now, like, am I getting thrown out? What's happening? He was like, yeah, you out. And he was like, oh shit, all right.
My niggas ain't know the rules.
That's what I mean. Of like, I think he got mad and was like, you know what, fuck that, and just didn't realize, yeah, you can't just punch somebody. Basically, that's what you did. But I like that. I think if you have to pick one between somebody being emotional and elbowing somebody in the face and Jalen Brunson shooting 24 free throws off of like jumping into people, I'm taking the elbow in the mouth. give me the football, basketball every once in a while over that. But your boy started it. Your boy Dwayne Wade. This is Dwayne Wade's fault. Because D Wade was one of the earliest ones of jumping into you on the jump shot. Because he was the one they had to change the shit with the leg. Because he kept kicking his leg out. You remember that shit?
Hey man, my nigga is called the Flash. He don't need to do all that shit.
Stop. D Wade was horrible with that shit. He was flailing his legs out to the point they had to change the damn rule. But yeah, I'm just glad that the Spurs Timberwolves series is like, I mean, they should have got blown out. They barely beat them without Wemby, and they got blown out in the game before. So it's like, damn, I don't know. I hope they can hold on. It's gross. The Knicks already swept. The Thunder already swept. At least we getting 2 Pistons Cavs. I mean, are we just heading to Thunder Knicks? Is that what we're looking at?
Is that what everybody? I mean,
Cause they just
Probably. I don't think Detroit got enough scoring to keep up with the Knicks.
Detroit is barely beating the Cavs. It's a tied
Yeah,
series over there too.
I don't think neither of those teams are going to beat the Knicks, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I think that's what I mean.
Cause it's
I think
almost turned into
the
like
yeah, but
cakewalk versions of that.
Minnesota, right? I think Minnesota and the Spurs might be beating up each other too much for the Thunder.
Yeah, I think if the
And
Timberwolves get through, they might get swept or
what?
4-1 cuz they just don't have enough. They don't have enough people.
Oh, yeah,
Randall, McDaniels, Gobert, Dosunmu, Edwards, Naz Reid, Mike Conley.
it's your seven.
Yeah.
Who he holding?
On the Thunder,
That's what I said. Who he holding? Not,
he
not
going
a
to have to
damn
hold
soul out
a
there.
couple people cuz they about to
Caruso,
put
nigga.
12
That's
players in.
the less scorer, nigga. Whoever scored the least, go hold him. And then that nigga gonna end up having 15.
Yeah, that's not good. But yeah,
Yeah, so
ugh,
Knicks Thunder. Do you really want to watch a Knicks Thunder final?
just a
I mean, I
free
didn't
throw
have that on my
competition.
bingo list. Like it definitely what it is. Is Shay and Brunson might foul out in the second on each other. Shit.
Boy.
Niggas
All right.
gonna be flopping into each other.
Do you think? I wonder who leads the league in free throw attempts.
Shay, ain't it? Or no.
Let's see. It is Cade,
Luca
Cade
or K.
Cunningham.
I thought Cade is up there, yeah.
No, it's not Cade Cunningham.
I would say
Paolo.
Cade's top. Oh, really?
Yeah, ten point
But
six.
Paolo he don't but he really just be going to the bucket though.
Yeah, Shea is 10
But
point
he don't
four.
shoot, so he needs to go to the bucket. So that makes sense.
But yeah, Shea is up there at 10.4. So yeah, it's him and Paolo. That's crazy. Yeah, it's Shea. That's yeah. I don't want to watch a free throw competition, man. That's nasty.
I hope they
Work.
don't turn it into that and just let them dudes play.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
Cause
But
I don't
yeah,
want to see that shit either.
let's the Spurs game is on now, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. And
Oh yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you, and we will see you next time.
Peace.